Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Bisola. I'm a pro makeup artist here in the DC metro area, and I love comic books, TV shows, movies. So in today's video, I'm gonna be doing the makeup from Wandavision, the third episode, and we're gonna do the what's her name? Geraldine's makeup while we talk about this episode. So let's get into it. I'm just gonna start priming my eye. So the episode starts off. Okay, so I know some people are still like confused, and I'm not gonna lie. To me, the show is very meta. I said that in the last video that I made about this, that I made about the show. I think it's very meta, and the people that mostly know what's going on are the people that read the comics or just know about Marvel comics in general. Because Wanda in the comic books, all the things we see happening, a lot of us kind of knew like the basis of it. Everybody doesn't know what's going on in the show. We all don't know every single thing. Doesn't matter how great you are at having like all these theories. We don't know what is actually going to end up happening, but just the basis of it, people that have read the comics understand. So then there are people that don't know what's going on at all. They find it boring, which for me is it's kind of shocking, because if you were watching a brand new show, you would wait to see what's going on. You would wait to see how it plays out. I just feel like because this is already kind of like an established universe, some people that just want like action, they're expecting something more grand and they think this is really boring. Like my little sister, she hasn't seen every single MCU movie, and from the first episode, she really, really liked it, and she's young, so it's not like she's had all this experiences of understanding every references that they were making from 50s, 60s, 70s TV shows, but she still really enjoyed it. But we're just all like, So I don't know, a lot of people are so used to binge watching things. I feel like they feel like they need to binge watch the whole entire season to understand what's going on. But I like this little mystery, and then I like that we're able to talk about this on a weekly basis. Okay, so this episode, first of all, can I just say I'm not gonna get tired of the Marvel intro anytime soon. Like anytime soon. I'm not gonna get tired of it. It excites me so much. It just makes me feel like I'm back at the movies. But anyway, the intro for this episode starts off with Wanda and, well, like I'll say the whole town, but the intro is more like a Brady Bunch intro, like very much so. And you notice every time they do an intro, it kind of tells you what, so to speak, the episode is gonna lean into. It doesn't spoil it for you, but it kind of tells you like what it's gonna lean into. So we see Wanda and Vision shopping for the kids, or shopping for kids. They went kids shopping. So right then and there, we know there's gonna be babies, or it's very for the children-esque type of episode. So they did the Brady Bunch style, and Vision looked so happy shopping for that little kid. I thought it was so cute. So we go into the first scene, so to speak, and we have a doctor there. We have a doctor there that is checking, what is her name? Wanda. And, he's checking her. I think she thought she was gonna get some other kind of news. This doctor said, "Yep, you're pregnant, sir. We could all we can all see that she's pregnant." Anyway, so he said, "Yep." I think he said, "Yep, she's pregnant." Oh, yeah, there's a baby in there, something like that. And Wanda is like, "Yeah, sir, I know that. That's why you're here." So then Vision is asking all these questions, and every time he asks a question, Wanda is looking like, "Boy, would you shut up?" But he's just like, we obviously know this is not the real Vision. Can't be. It's just a vision that she conjured up because Vision is dead, okay? We saw him die. He's dead. He's gone. The version of the Vision we know anyway. He's gone. So, I don't know what Miss Ma'am got going on, but Vision is like, what is going on here? So, out of both of them, Vision is the only one that's like, something isn't right here. And he's asking all these questions that Wanda she's not too happy about. She doesn't look too happy about it. Oh, wow. I just messed up. She does not seem too happy about it, like, at all. But, I noticed when he asks something, like, he looks to the doctor like a concerned parent. When he asked, Vision is just suspicious because it makes no sense why her belly is protruding this fast. Even if they live in the real world, her belly should not be protruding that fast. She should not be. This only happened. They only found out she was pregnant 12 hours ago, according to Vision anyway. So he's just confused and he wants to know what's going on. And y'all notice when he asked the question, she was like pinching his thigh. Basically like, "Vision, would you shut up?" So, question that he's asking, like, how did it happen? And the doctor was literally about to break it down to them. Like, "Doc, you don't notice that something is wrong here? Why would parents be asking you how it happened? They're grown. These are not little kids. These are grown parents." He literally was about to start explaining to them how they got pregnant. But you know what? It would have made sense because how? Wanda, how were we here? How did we get here? Anyway, Vision is not with it. But he's walking with the doctor, walking him outside, asking him all these questions, extra concerned, and Wanda's just inside chilling. So he escorts the doc outside, and the doctor is basically just trying to reassure him, like, everything's gonna be good. I'm on my way to vacation with my wife in Bermuda, and when the doctor left, he said hi to Herb across the pond, literally next door, and our friend over there is acting very, very, very weird. Super weird. So to me, Wanda is definitely shifting through time super, super, super fast. And I don't just mean with her pregnancy, but I mean, it could be with her pregnancy. But if you notice, every day, every new day that we see is a new era for Wanda. I wonder why that is. Like, I know the show is like that, but I want to know why it's like that for her. Because the first episode was the 50s. Second episode was late 60s. We can see that transition. And it's like, why she's shifting through time so fast. I want to know that. Like, Wanda, what are you doing? It's the same reason I would say, one of the reasons why her pregnancy is also super fast, because according to Vision, it was just 12 hours ago that we found out that that she got pregnant. That means that was yesterday when episode 2 happened. So yesterday was when the magic thing happened, and I'll say maybe 2 or 3 days before was when the hearts came to dinner. So it's like every episode, or she's just like fast forwarding through time super, super fast. Where are you in a rush to go, ma'am? Where? You already have these people trapped. Where are you in a rush to go? So now that Vision has seen the doctor off and the doctor is like gone, he's about to go inside and he says hello, or he sees Herb across the hall. Even his house looks like, it looks too perfect. It looks like what do you call it? It just looks like wallpaper. Doesn't look like it's a real home where Herbert is at. Even at Vision's residence, like their walls, beside, I mean, we know their grass is fake, clearly. That's another nod to the Brady Bunch, because their grass was not real at all. He was just basically telling him like, yo, you know you cutting through the wall, right? And Herb is like, that I am, that I am. So to me, it kind of looks like he's there, but he's not there physically, because he just basically thanks him, and he looks scared, but he looks shocked and scared at the same time. And I just want to know what is going on in this town. I want to know. Okay? Anyway, he goes back inside. Vision goes back inside, and he's just shocked. He's looking out there like, huh, that's strange. And then he sees Wanda, and my girl, just from being 4 months pregnant, now she looks like she's 6 months pregnant. Her belly from when he just went outside to now has grown a lot. So Vision is like, what in the hell is going on here? What's going on, Wanda? Before I move on, I just want to say, I know I mentioned this in the last episode, but really, Elizabeth and Paul Bettany, they really have, like, their chemistry is on one. I really like the little jokes I don't know, it's just, we have been robbed from Vision and Wanda's chemistry throughout all these movies, because their chemistry is on point. I love it. It's like watching a couple that has been together for a long time. That's what it feels like. Okay, so now they are in the, what I would call, not even what I would call, that's just what it is, the baby room. And Vision is like, it's just like a cute little moment. Vision is reading to her, reading the pregnancy of the baby book. And she's basically, she's like munching on stuff and putting everything, she's nesting. And, that's basically what Vision says, that, he was reading the book, telling her that that's what's happening. And she's just so happy. She's like, I'm not nervous, or whatever it is she said. She's like, I'm just, what did she say? I forget her exact words. She's just excited, and she's like, it feels like butterflies. And then she had already put the butterfly things up above. Was it above the crib already? Yes, it was above the crib. And as she said, it just feels fluttery like butterflies. And then the butterflies came to life, and one of the orange red ones lands on Vision's nose, and I thought that was really cute. But she was like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. So I don't think she did it. I think so if you're watching this video, you've already seen, I'm just going to jump ahead, but you've already seen the episode. And I think one of her twins is the one that did that. I don't think she was the one responsible for the butterflies coming to life or anything like that. Because she said, I didn't mean to do that. I don't think she's the one that did it at all. I think it was Billy. So, am I jumping ahead of myself? Should I just wait to explain? Because, okay, I'll wait. Nah, we're already here. Billy, so, we at the end of the episode, they ended up giving birth to Billy and Billy, I almost said Billy and Bobby. Billy and Tommy. And Billy is the one that has powers like his mom. And Tommy has powers like his uncle, or the way they're showing us, like his dad, not like his uncle in this episode. So I think it was Billy doing that, bringing, because like she felt it on the inside and then she said it, or she said it and then felt it. It's one of them. And the butterflies came to life and I was like, oh, that's so cute. But I don't think it was her, because when she uses her power, it's very intentional and we know that it's her and she knows that it's her. Either that or it's hormones, but I think it's like, when your hormones is all out of whack when you're pregnant. So I think that it was the babies. I don't think it was her. I don't think it was her at all. I think it was just the babies like, oof, we growing, we ready to come out here. Anyway, that's what I think in that scene. So after that, they are debating what they're gonna call their kids or their kid, because at this point they only think they're having one baby. From the intro, we already kind of saw, and I would say we kind of projected or knew that they weren't gonna just have one baby, because when Vision was building the had to think about it, like, when what, girl? When Vision was building the set, I mean, yeah, I don't know people that build just one swing set. I mean, because it's a set, right? It's never usually one. So that's understandable, but still, okay? Oh, wow. They're arguing about the name. And Vision is like, no, I like Billy. And Wanda is like, no, I like Tommy, because it's an all-American name, which goes to show to what I mentioned last week. I feel like everything that Wanda has been doing, this is why we're watching whatever illusion she has going on, and illusion, magical, whatever that she has going on. This is why I feel like I said in my last video that she wants this perfect all-American world. I remember mentioning that, because and that's how she has her life translating, in just like in this all-American perfect sitcom. And that's what she thinks of when she wants to name her child this all-American name. So, yeah. After this, after their little, we'll go with Billy, we'll go with Tommy. And then Vision said, because of William Shakespeare, I'm done with him, okay? But I feel like that's the type of answer we should, like, expect from him anyway. It's so out there, but that's the, and then he did a quote from an actual, William Shakespeare thing in there. It's just, I always love that there are always some Easter eggs in one of these episodes, or in every episode. Like, I think I should be done blending my foundation. But next, she starts to have contractions. And everything that is happening, like I said, either it's just like her hormones doing a bunch of stuff, being all weird, or it's the twins inside of her that are, throwing everything out of whack in the kitchen when she's having contractions. Because everything is happening so rapidly. Like, everything inside of her babies are growing way too fast. Everything's happening way too fast. Okay, Wanda, I need you to relax. Or twins, I need you to relax. But they're not, okay? They're like, get me out of here. So basically, after that, just a little bit of that little part happens. They just like froze and posed. And for a second, for maybe like 2 or 3 seconds. And you can see it's like the cover of one of the issues of the comic books. I'll insert it so you guys can see. But I thought it was so cute. This is where things start to get like crazy but serious at the same time. It got really like super, super, super serious, like super fast. Let's just hide that there. Oh. Once her contractions stopped momentarily, she's like telling Vision that she's concerned that, well, right before that, Vision went to go check to see if this affected the neighbor. And right before they went to this scene I'm about to talk about, we see that there's another Easter egg in the Joneses' residence. Like before I made this video, you know, like I have a little chit chat with my friends. We talk about it because we're so excited. And I think up until this episode, one of my friends, she didn't know that Jones was married to, what do you call it? I thought they had made that clear, but I guess not. Because weren't they together? Weren't they sitting together at the table when they were talking about for the children? When I saw that, I automatically just assumed that they were married. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, things starts to get like just a bit too serious from what we just saw previously. So she's kind of, I'll say she's kind of having like a little panic moment, like, do you think that our neighbors would think it's me or it's us or whatever? And Vision kind of like almost looks in the camera, and it's a scary sight, to be honest. He basically looks like he had like this deadpan look on his face. And as soon as he's about to like, well, yeah, I think blah, 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 blah. And, you know, basically saying, yeah, this is what has been happening. So he's basically telling her what we know to be happening. Like, yeah, something does seem amiss, right? She was not trying to hear none of that. I told you guys, whenever, I mean, this is something we could all see for ourselves, but whenever she feels threatened, or she feels like there is something going on, she automatically rewinds or she resets herself because she's like, no, no, no. So when Vision was talking, she was like, absolutely not. You're not about to start making sense. Not about to start making sense, Vision. Who asked you for this? Who asked you to start making sense? That's basically what I got from that. So at first when I watched it, I had to rewind it. I was like, oh. And I feel like we all did this. Most people, like my friends, when we talked about this, they were like, girl, I thought my internet was giving out. I was like, I thought, like, I was watching it on TV. My TV is fine. I didn't think any. Yeah, I was like, oh, what just happened here? So I rewinded again anyway, just to make sure. And she basically blipped him. She said blip, 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 and then they rewind. It just wasn't as drastic as episode 2, at the end of episode 2 when she said no. This, we didn't even get a reaction from her. She like kind of blinked, and then we just saw him reset, and then he goes ahead to start continuing to agree with whatever she was saying. And I'm just like, oh my God. So at this point, one of the parts, it looks like she's not controlling it, but she is. Because whenever we see that she just doesn't say something, it's like she's being controlled, but she's also controlling. Listen, I've already accepted that in this world, Wanda is the villain, okay? I feel like she's controlling these people and someone is controlling her. Does that make any sense? I feel like she's controlling the town, but someone is controlling her subconscious. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, I feel like she's controlling the town, and something or someone is subconsciously controlling her. So I have a little thing, because when I watched this, I immediately, okay, well, no. I thought about this from the second episode when we hear through the radio, who's doing this to you, Wanda? And I'm like, well, we're supposed to be under the impression that someone is doing this to her. And you know what came to my mind? You guys know, like, in the beginning and sometime, like, it's still in the beginning of Captain Marvel. I thought about this, y'all. I thought about this because I was telling my brother, and he was like, so because I didn't want to be crazy, I had to rewatch Captain Marvel. When the Skrulls captured her and they're like probing in her brain, this is what I feel like is happening. This is what I feel like is happening. And I feel like while she's in control of whatever illusion, I feel like they're peeking. You know, Captain Marvel was upside down, and whatever the Skrulls were using on her, I don't know, that could have nothing to do with this, but that's what I thought about. When she was upside down, they were probing in her brain, and I feel like they're probing in her brain, in Wanda's brain right now, but she's so far gone in her illusion, they're trying to, like, snap her out of it. Does that make sense? If it doesn't make sense, my bad. But that's just what I thought, and that's what I think is going on. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. So after that little blip thing happened, oh, I think that's when, after that happened, there was a little moment that something else happened. I don't remember, when Vision was like up in the air and then he had to do the breathing exercises for him to calm down. And it actually worked. I thought that was really, really funny. And then they basically kind of like got up and her water broke. And before, like when the rain started to happen, I was like, oh my God, her water broke. And then she said it. I was like, oh, I knew it. Also, can I point out, because, you know, I love makeup and all, there was a point where once Geraldine came in, I was like, ooh, I'm going to do this makeup. So I was looking at it more than I usually would look at the makeup of every other person in the show. And there was a continuity error with her makeup, because there was some part when she was talking, in the whole entire scene, there was blue underneath her eyes, and then towards the end part of it, or in the beginning of when she was talking, there was no like blue at the bottom, and then by the time she was helping Wanda with the babies, there was blue at the bottom. I was like, oh, did somebody forget to check the pictures for continuity? What's going on here, you know? Okay, so after that happens, we go to the commercial that they've been doing in every episode now. And honestly, I think since these are the same people, and it's been like, I would say kind of like traumatic, I say traumatic events that have happened to Wanda, it keeps popping up. I feel like this couple, because they're the ones in every single commercial, what if these are Wanda's parents? Because they're not people we've seen before. And I feel like if it's just any old commercial, like just regular commercials, it would be different people. And I think they would do the commercials just to be Easter eggs. But I think the commercials mean something. And they are a way, you know, commercials have influence on how you think, what you buy. Believe it or not, they have a lot of influence. So it makes me think like they keep showing the exact same couple in every commercial. It doesn't even matter what type of commercial it is. So I feel like those are her parents. And I really, on the lady, the commercial, this hair, I really love her like Farrah Fawcett haircut, because that is what was popular right then and there in the era, and it just looks so nice. Oh, I almost put on my Farrah Fawcett bob wig. But I was like, no, we are doing Geraldine's makeup, and you know, I'm here to talk about the show and serve you a look. So that's what we're doing. So in the commercial, they're talking about Hydro soap, and I know a couple of people, like a lot of my friends are nerds, and it warms my heart that we can talk about these things. But I told y'all in the last episode I stopped watching Agents of Shield, like maybe season 2. I don't know. I know I didn't finish. I think they're on season 7 or 8 right now. So I know I'm not even nowhere near caught up. But I don't know where I stopped. I really don't. But I know I'm not caught up. But there is a couple of episodes. I think it's like, it was important to the season, but it was when they were in Agents of Shield, when they were in Framework, and they all like, they were kind of like stuck there, and they thought that was their reality or whatever was happening there. It was kind of like an illusion, almost. The Framework was an illusion. And Coulson was basically telling Daisy that those little blue Hydra soap that makes you believe, or it goes into your bloodstream and infiltrates, that could just be a nod to that scene, or to that episode, or to those episodes of Framework. Or it could be they want to tie it in together some type of way. But we had the Hydra symbols all over the soap, and it was like, I don't know. I feel like it was just like another fun little Easter egg. Or my theory here is, if Coulson is correct and they kind of like wanting to tie this in there, that could also be how, if someone is controlling, what is this girl's name? If someone is controlling Wanda, this could also be the type of soap that's sold in the Wentworth department store we keep seeing in the episodes. This can be the soap that everyone is buying, and that could be something that's really happening. But I don't think so. But it's a fun theory to think about, because I think of another theory that when we get there, I'm gonna tell y'all. So the commercial ends, and what is her name? Not what is her name. After the commercial ends, Vision goes to get the doctor, because at this point, right before he went out though, you guys saw all the crazy things that was happening in the kitchen. Like I said, I think that was the twins. I don't think it was Wanda. I think like they're like, okay, Mom, get us out of here. We're ready. We're ready. We are ready. Okay. So he goes to get the doctor, and honestly, they have to know something is wrong, because he's using his power like it's nothing. And I'm just like, that's interesting. Like, and no one mentions it, like, at all. It's referenced, but not in a way where it's like taken seriously. So that's also something that's interesting. So Vision is at the doctor's house, and we see that the doctor is not able to go on vacation with his wife because his car broke down. So, that comes into play later. But basically, he can't go nowhere. He thought he was, but he's stuck. Well, their car is not working. So we find out right now. He was fixing his car. And the part when him and Vision left, and his wife came out the car and was like, well, what about my new 2-piece? Oh my God. I was like, sis, I feel you, because you were excited for this vacation. And Wanda's baby said, no, you're not going anywhere. Okay? Because we're the star of the show. So as Geraldine is, not Geraldine, as Vision is going to get the doctor before he gets back, Geraldine pops in, and Wanda is like, oh, let me get a jacket because it's going to cover my huge 9-month pregnant belly. A jacket is going to do that. And I know they're playing on the trope of how certain actors, they'll be pregnant, or certain actresses would be pregnant. They would be pregnant, and then the way they block the scene for whatever show they're on or whatever movie they're on, that's basically what they were playing off of there. Because what? She tried on different outfits, and I was like, oh no, oh no, ma'am, what are you doing? Anyway, she hears a knock. Before she hears the knock, the stork that she painted on the wall came to life, but we didn't know that until it started happening. But that's basically what was when she was trying to peek in the room, like, what just came to life? What is that noise? So she's slowly going there, and then she hears the door, and it was Geraldine, and Geraldine was like, can I borrow a bucket? And what's her name? Wanda. Oh, why do I, like, the name Wanda does not come easy to me because I'm always trying to think too hard of her name. Oh my God. Anyway, she goes to get a bucket, and everything is just happening to poor Wanda. I feel so bad for her. Everything is happening to her. I mean, I don't feel that bad because she's murky. But in this moment, I feel really bad for her. Everything is just happening. She just cannot escape it. Anyway, she goes to get this bucket for this lady. Geraldine was like, thank you, girl. And she was about to leave. She was like, oh, I have a little, she could have just asked her instead of telling this elaborate story. Okay? Just to ask her, in your spare bedrooms, do you happen to have all the things I would need for my new position? Ma'am, you could have just asked that after I give you the bucket instead of telling this whole entire story. But that little cute montage of her, I'll say, yeah, that's what I'll call it. Anything that's happening simultaneously, I'll just call it a montage because, it's important, but is it really? So the stork is like doing all this crazy stuff. It's not disappearing as much as she's trying to make it. This is why I feel like it's her kids in her belly doing this, not her. When they brought that little stork that delivered the baby early, it's also, bringing in the baby early. So what happened? So Monica is still Monica Geraldine, same person. She's still over here running her mouth while Wanda is trying to fight off the stork. It's actually really funny. And she's just like, oh my God, what is happening to me? Anyway, that happens, and Geraldine is about done with her damn story, and she goes in the room, and then she's like, is that what I think it is? Oh, this highlight is too much. And what did she say? Did Wanda say no? Oh my God, girl. And then her water breaks, and she's like, well, I guess, because she was at this point she's ready to like push them babies out. And then the fruit basket in her hand drops, and then Geraldine is like, you're pregnant. And honestly, that's how I would act too, because I just saw you yesterday. What? Ma'am, I just saw you yesterday and you were not pregnant. And now you're pregnant. But anyway, so she's going to help her. She's gathering all these things, and everything is, the fireplace comes ablaze, the pictures hanging off the wall, doing all these crazy things. And she's like, I'm sure there's a logical explanation for that happening. I was like, girl, it's not logical, ma'am. It's not logical at all. I mean, she could explain it to you, but it won't be logical. Anyway, she helps her with the baby, and when she was helping her with the baby, and what's her name? She was like, I can't do this. I don't think she was talking about just the babies, like pushing the babies out. I think she was just, it was in reference to something else. Maybe she's saying this to whoever is controlling her, like, I can't do this. I can't do this. Because I feel like that was a little seep in, like, it's just protrusion seeping through. Something is seeping through. She's just like, I can't do this. And Monica's like, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Oh, it was so nice that Monica was even there to borrow something in that moment, because then she would have had to do that by herself. Anyway, once that happened, they delivered the baby. What's his name? Vision came in, and it was so sad. He was like, oh, I missed it. And I was just like, that's so sad. Why did they make him miss it? I was so sad for him. Like, why would y'all do that? Why? We found out why, child. So, while Geraldine and the doctor go in the kitchen or go somewhere else, um, the doctor makes a joke into what's his name? Vision, y'all. It's because I'm trying to do a couple of things at the same time. That's why I'm forgetting everyone's name. But Vision and Geraldine, they go into not Vision. The doctor and Geraldine go into the kitchen or they go somewhere else. And Wanda tells Vision, don't you want to see your baby? Don't you want to show the real you? And he looks around so he doesn't get caught. I don't know how. But he changes into himself and he was just, it was so cute. It was such a cute moment. And then, I don't know, first of all, I don't know why was he about to kiss her like, good job? I don't know. But the second baby came. Oh, also right before that, he acknowledges the baby as Tommy. So we know Tommy would obviously be the first one to come because he's the speedster. Okay? He's the speedster. He's like, get me out of here. I'm ready. I'm ready. I am ready. Y'all are ready for me and I am ready for you. Okay, baby. So I wish they had made a little funny jab or something as to Tommy being the first one to show up because he's a speedster, okay? So anyway, as he goes to try to like bend over to either kiss her or comfort her, she starts yelling, aka another baby's coming. And when she said that, she said, Billy. I was like, yes. The iconic duos are coming into play here. I'm so excited for this. So basically, Vision is escorting the doctor out, or has escorted the doctor out. And he's like, I hope you enjoy the rest of your vacation, or I hope you enjoy your vacation. Thank you for coming. And the doctor's like, doesn't look like I'll be going on my vacation after all. And Vision is like, what do you mean? He's like, he said something like, it's really hard to escape small towns, sir. Oh, he didn't say it's hard to get away or my car broke down. It's really hard to escape. Escape, Vision. We need to find you an escape plan too, because you got to go. You're not alive, but you got to go. I don't know where, but you have to go. Wanda's playing games. Anyway, still like very confused. He just tells the doctor thank you and bye, basically. And then as he was about to go in, is this when it happened? I'm just going to tell you, I'm not going to be going back and forth. Basically, before he goes inside, before I say that, after he tells the doctor bye, Geraldine and Wanda, they're having a moment. And when they're having their moment, they're having their little cute moment, and she's just looking over her kids, her new kids. She says to Geraldine, she's like, I'm a twin. And it was such a sincere moment. I was like, oh, it was a very, very sincere moment. It was just the way she acted or just said the lines. It's just, I loved it. And it's like when she said that, Geraldine almost like was in a trance, like she was trying to think. And then she fucked up. And then she said, oh, that's right. He got killed by Ultron, right? Wanda said, who the fuck are you? What are you talking about? How do you know this? Why are you breaking my illusion? Blah, 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 is basically what was on her face. She was like, what did you say? And just like she was in a trance, she snapped out of it. And Geraldine was like, I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then Wanda is like, what did you just say about Pietro? And I like how she put that little accent. I tried to do it, but I'm sure I didn't do it right. Oh my God. I didn't cut this lash properly and now it's poking me. Anyway, um, she basically is like, no, 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 no. Something is not right here. So she basically kicked her out of her magical illusion ridden world. Ugh. So on the outside, while that's happening on the inside, on the outside, Vision or Herb and what's her name, Agnes, calls Vision over, and they're basically gossiping, and then they're gossiping about Geraldine. So in this instance, it's showing that they all know something is wrong in this town, but they also know Geraldine doesn't belong in whatever is wrong. Like, they know there's something going on with them, but they also know Geraldine is not part of whatever it is that is going on with them, because she doesn't have a home like the rest of them. And Vision is like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with, not being married and all that stuff. But then Agnes was like, well, she doesn't have a home. Where does she come from? Blah, 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 blah. It's like, worry about yourself, Agnes. Worry about yourself, okay? Anyway, they just start, like, confusing Vision. So far, he's been, like, for someone to not be a human being, maybe this is why, because he's not a human being. He's the only one asking questions. Since the first episode, he's the only one that's been asking questions, okay? Vision is the only one asking questions. He asking, what are we doing at this job, okay? He wants to know. He's been asking questions and no one is giving him answers. And I just want to know, why is nobody answering Vision? That's what I want to know, okay? Oh, no, that's not what I want to use. I'm going to try to line my lips while I talk. So, oh shit, I could do it. Basically, they're gossiping. And Herb is like, it's because we're something. Basically, he's trying to say either they're all plants in there. Are they all agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Not S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents, say agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.W.O.R.D. And they're not agents of S.W.O.R.D. because then they wouldn't be gossiping about Geraldine because she's the only one that's an agent of S.W.O.R.D. But I think he wants to say they're all Sims. They're not all real. And they're all, or maybe they are real and the town is under a spell. He was going to say something. He didn't say it. Agnes looks super, super, super. She looks shook. She looks super scared that Herb was about to spill the beans. But first of all, why did you look scared? You were the one gossiping. Why did you start gossiping about Geraldine if you didn't want Vision to know anything? Why? Like, she's so stupid. Why did you say anything, ma'am? But also, I would say she also looked scared. She didn't look like the Agnes from the previous episodes. Like, just like super, 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 super nosy. And overtly just too excited about everything. She didn't look like that this time. Excuse me. And honestly, it's because I feel like this episode wasn't really surrounded by anyone but Vision and Wanda and the kids. So I think that's why that was played that way. But they basically didn't tell Vision what was going on. So he's just confused, like, but what are you trying to tell me? And they basically didn't answer him, but they said, because they said something about Geraldine, he was like, what the hell is going on? So he goes in the house. Now he knows, like, something bad is going on or something bad is happening. I need to I'm going to use orange. Color theory here. But anyway, he's like, what the hell is happening here? Why is everybody, like, being weird? Not everybody, but, them two. Like, why are they being weird? Why would you ask me something or why would you bring something up and not tell me, basically? And that's what I was thinking, too. Like, why would y'all even go that way if you're not going to tell him? Anyway, that was very annoying because we all want to know. I'm nosy, okay? We want to know. Anyway, He goes inside. Now I think he just goes inside automatically worrying about what's homegirl name? Geraldine. And as soon as he came in there, that's the first thing he said. He's like, "Where's Geraldine?" And Wanda Wanda said, "I sent her back home," basically. But no, Wanda said she had to rush home. And that's basically how they ended the episode. Well, no, I'm lying. Sorry. That is not how they ended the episode. I'm just kidding. That is not how it happened. Once she said that, we see that, oh my God, sorry. Geraldine. All these names are so hard for me to remember. Geraldine looks like she's zapped outworld. But we see that once they were panning out away from Wanda, it changed back to 9 by 16, 16 by 9. Whatever it is. I think it's 9 by 16. Right? 16. I should know this. I know this. It's one of them. They just go back to our normal aspect ratio that we watch everything in now. And we see that Westview is a real place. This is why I feel like it's like Storybrooke, y'all. It's like Storybrooke. Storybrooke is a town that is spell written. Like, it is like Storybrooke. Only the people here, they know. It's like they're camped outside a football field, or maybe they just have all those lights on. And that is outside right before you enter the town. Oh my God. This is like Storybrooke. I don't know. That's all I can think about. That's the exact thing that when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, this is like Storybrooke from Once Upon a Time. So I think that's what's going on. The people in town, maybe when, what is her name? Wanda is kind of very distracted. They know what's going on, or they know what's going on. They just all feel trapped. So I feel like Wanda is controlling everybody and someone is controlling Wanda. Like, she's in control most of the time, but then sometimes the people in the town, they kind of know what's going on. They just can't do anything about it, and they're like living in fear the whole time. It doesn't show that they are sometimes, but then sometimes it looks like they are like scared shitless. So I want to know what it is, okay? I want to know what it is. I want to know. Let me set my face so we can wrap this up. Okay, so before I have like just a couple of questions and theories, did y'all notice when she landed on that little, on the field? I'm talking about Monica. When she landed right before, like, her final shots, when the helicopters, oh my God, when the helicopters were like, I don't want to say zooming in on her, but first of all, that looks like the team that she's working with. That's number one. Number two, did you notice the red glow around her? So, you know, in the comics, she is Monica Rambeau. She's Spectrum. She's been Captain Marvel. She's been Sun Goddess. She's been a lot of, just like, you know, a lot of different aliases. But right before she like fully crash landed, her body was glowing red. Or if that's from her powers. Because in the comic books, Monica Rambeau, she also has powers. Okay, so what do you guys think is going to happen in the next episode? I think the next episode till the end of the show, I think that's when we're going to either start getting 45-minute or hour episodes. And I think, I just love the show. I like the way they're leading up to it. Like I said in the beginning, I feel like a lot of people that don't understand it, they just maybe read a comic so you'll understand. But I don't think it's that confusing. It's just a mystery. Like when you start watching a movie that's a mystery, you're not like, well, shit, I need to know everything that's happening right now. You know, it builds up to it. And I feel like because people are so used to the MCU, they're expecting everything to happen instantaneously. And it's just like, relax. enjoy the show. And I love that we're having this dialogue on something MCU, week to week to week. Almost there's some channels that have stuff to talk about this show every single day. So I really enjoy it. Now I can't wait for next Friday. I'm really excited about this. I really like it. This was a really, really good episode. What do you think of my theory about like this being about, well, not being about, but this being like Storybrooke, like Westview is like Storybrooke. I feel like that is the angle that this is based on. Like Westview is a real place, like Storybrooke was a real place, and the townspeople are real people. They're just spell written. That's what I think. I don't care. And then with the probing of Wanda's brain, I feel like it's kind of something related to Captain Marvel, that when the scroll captured her and they would like probe it in her brain, like they were able to like rewind, back up, move forward, this, that, and the third. So I think that's related. I could be wrong. But I remember I was like, if she's able to hear someone in her brain asking her something like through the radio, I feel like that's what it is, right? I don't know. So you guys let me know what you think. Let's have a discussion. I might premiere this, so maybe we can all chat about it. Maybe. Who knows? But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.